effect, the county sheriff is the governor of the county. The prosecutor is the attorney general. What do we have, though, in our sheriffs? In my case, my county sheriff said to me and my wife in his office, put his finger in my face and said, "Don't you get in a gunfight." Instead of saying, "Well, let me look into this one," he just said, "Don't you get in a gunfight." He's basically telling me, "Hey, you got to roll over. This is the DNR. There's nothing you can do." And he certainly wasn't going to help. He hasn't helped with that. And this isn't a briefing for my county, but in my county, he needs to be brought up in a constitutional manner place. Period. Period. Constitutional. That's that. Don't go off this Democrat, Republican alone. Go out. You can defend the Constitution, yes or no. And a good way to find out if they really would defend the Constitution is when you ask them, "Do you know what the Third Amendment even says?" I'm not sure that. I looked at that today. Yeah. But they should know what just the Bill of Rights. I mean, if I was the county sheriff, I'd have it taped on my blotter, and then any of the decisions that came across that desk would be really easy. I mean, I might have gone to high school with the guy that runs the trucking company, but it doesn't matter. If it violates this Constitution, it's not going to happen. And I have the Constitution to back me up. And that's all I need is the county sheriff. I don't need the people at the church feeling that what I'm doing is a good idea. It doesn't matter. It's the Constitution. Is that it? One more? It's up by Cadillac. It's in the suburbs of Cadillac. Yeah, 2.5 hours.
Can you tell us about your movie, the documentary?
Oh yeah. Okay, what we plan B. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm having a really good time because I went out to dinner tonight with about 6 good-looking women. I was the only guy there. Had a nice steak, really good. So I'm just enjoying myself. But we took the route that is laid out for us constitutionally. We said to the state, we have a dispute with you. We want to go to court. We want to air this in front of God and the country. They took the low road, and we never got our day in court. Okay. They would have had a chance to defend themselves there. So I guess we'll just have to make a documentary, and then we can call it the way we want, and they can't defend the thing. So we can, if we wanted to, if we were like them, we could put all kinds of erroneous information in this, but we're not. This is a very truthful, well-done documentary. It's called Hogwash, the American Pigtail. And you may think it's about pigs, but it isn't. It's about constitutional rights as pertains to American citizens, period. It's not about farming. It just happens to be that it happened in a farming environment with a farming family, and then there were a few people around me that supported the Constitution and were willing to die for it. And they said, well, we can make a movie instead. Yeah, well, I'd rather do that. Let's make the movie first, and then we'll die later. So we have the trailer of this movie that's coming out right before election time. This is just 5 minutes. Now the movie is very important because we get to tell our side of the story, and America gets to hear it. We really need America to hear this. So this movie, we would like it if people would buy their copies ahead of time. $25, it's a donation, and then we'll finish the movie with that. We have most of it done. Making movies is an expensive proposition. We have people that are donating time and donating resources to make it happen. And we're close. We're close. Okay, that's me before I shaved. It's just a couple months ago.
What's the name of the movie again?
American Pigtail.
I tell you what, we'll just save a little time.
Marco?
You can,
Oh, I was gonna say that we got this off of your YouTube channel, so it's
yeah,
there
this is
for
on
people to go home
YouTube,
and
on
see.
Baker's Green Acres YouTube channel. So, I don't call it good, you can go home and watch it. That's, this is in the courtroom. Those are my pigs. That's my dog. Now I'm hungry. That's me. That's milk, raw milk. That's supposed to be taken out. So this is wrong. I was walking on ice and when I saw it, I thought I looked like an old guy.
Up in
That's good. Sort of.
Did Farm to Consumer find your lawyer, or how did that, or did you find your lawyer?
I found my lawyer and then they paid
Oh, they helped.
about $38,000 worth of it, which was something, but, Okay, that's the end of my briefing now.
Farm to consumer, can you join as a farmer or also as a consumer?
Yeah, join as a member.
As a consumer.
Anyone,
I think it's $125 a year, and then you get the newsletter.
It's a lot
Good thing.
cheaper for you.
Save my
it's,
rate.
yeah, it's cheaper for,
The sewer than it is the farm. By a lot.
by, I might have some of their.
One more question?
On one of your YouTube videos, you said that it's cost you your living and maybe even for the rest of your life to defend this, to defend your, you know,
Yeah.
I guess just give us more information on that.
Well, this was costly, very costly. And, but I'm not complaining. I have friends that have lost legs, you know, defending the Constitution. And that cost them the rest of their life. Or people that are dead. The rest of their life ended defending the Constitution. So I'm not complaining a bit. We should be really rejoicing that we can go up against these guys. We can go up against them and tell them, no, we're not taking it. So that's all I really have to say about that. You know, I can't complain. Does that answer it? No?
I'll talk to you later about it.
Well, my question is, are you in a lot of debt now, or?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, but you're still running the farm as you were?
Well, no, actually, we need to rebuild now, and
Rebuild your customer base, you mean?
customer base and infrastructure has just been let go now for a couple of years. So we need to rebuild it, you know, and that's, it just,
Do you still have animals?
oh yeah, yeah. We were very fortunate that there's a lot of really cool things happen. And, you know, I think that we're probably here, not because we wanted to be here, but because this is where we're supposed to be. You know, we're just following orders, we did what we're supposed to do. But the animals, like I told you, cost between $1 and $2 a day to feed them. And right now, I've got probably 150 animals. And they get bigger every day, they need more food every day. 28 of them are sows, so then they have babies, and then those have to eat. So it grows, and that's what it's supposed to do. But we're not able to sell them, it's difficult.
Are you selling them out of state? Are you
No, because we can't get health certificates to move them.
Buying club, though, is the buying club a way to?
Well, yeah, the buying club has helped because another thing that the DNR did is they shut down our slaughter down in Coopersville. They went and said, hey, you better not be slaughtering feral pigs. And then Mark Baker's pig is feral. You know, they did that. And then the processor wouldn't take them anymore. So what we did, and this is a great story, this will be told in this movie. And it wasn't just me. I mean, a lot of good people around me that said, okay, if they're going to do this, then we'll do this. So we started slaughtering the pigs on the farm. And making it available to the people in our buying. There again, it's between me and you. So there's no room for anybody to get in between and say, oh, is this a certified shop? Which I am, I'm USDA certified, but what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. Some guy,
You don't really want to be back with them anyway.
they really don't. I pay my $100 a year to them, they don't come and inspect it. So did that help your question? There, yeah, we're moving around and we're milking cows now because we needed to do something to cash flow the farm. If we lose the farm and we're off the farm, we have no standing with this argument. We have no standing. There's no conflict because you got no farm. It's like now if they take my life, there's no conflict. Because, we're not bothering you. That's the reality.
So are you close to losing the farm?
No, we're hanging on to it. We're
Okay.
going to hang on to it with everything we've got.
Okay. And you mentioned the classes you do now, right, that anyone can find
Yeah.
classes?
Long-term on this situation that's going on, this, you haven't heard the last of this, believe me. I mean, I don't mean just our situation. Industrial ag is coming for you. Believe me, they want you eating their food. What's the answer to this? Oh, we'll just go to President Obama and tell him, hey, get these guys straight. No, not going to happen. The only way this works is by force, right? And here's the force that I'm talking about. Grow your own food. What if we all grew our own food? Or what if every 1 out of 20 had a small farm going and we bartered, we shared? I know it sounds, it does, like let's all hug and but we're doing that now with our food buying club. We're feeding families. And I'm here to tell you, like, the restaurants that turn their back on me, these families, these mothers especially, mothers have fangs. And they're loyal. If you're giving their children nourishment that is working, mothers are very loyal. They're a good foundation. So I can't say that this has been a bad experience overall. It's been probably a good experience. And I've met really, the dinner I had tonight.
I'm gonna try that statement one more time. I'm just gonna put my heart a little bit more on my sleeve and say, what I'm trying to get to is that I've got it discussed for legal, for lawyers and things like that. And it's disgusting to me to know that you had to pay a lot more than $32,000, and that's all they covered, the Farm Defense Fund. That's what I wanted you to maybe more address, is my disgust for that. And sorry I can't say it better, but it's where are the people where are the lawyers that would stand up and say, okay, I'm going to fight this because it's an injustice, and I don't care if I don't make anything from it at all. It's an injustice and I'm going to fight it. Where are those lawyers?
I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah,
They
so
might be out there, we just haven't seen them. A lot of what we've done, we've just had to grin and bear it and say, okay, we'll do it ourselves. Right? If I had relied on other people, it would have been over. This is part of the message, is what do you have inside of you to make this happen? You can ask me, what do you want me to do? What I want is to unleash you. I want to turn you loose like a group of pit bulls and go after these people. That's what I want. I want you to grab them by the leg and never, ever let go. And make them sorry that they did this, so they never do it again. Because the human condition repeats itself constantly. And we don't have to look too far in our past to see what happened in Germany in the 30s. Could we be headed there again? I think we could. If a regulatory agency can decide. What about the Department of Health? What if they just decide, anybody over 65, they're not too productive. They could, couldn't they? You say, oh, they'd never do that. Whatever you think to yourself, oh, they'd never do that. Think about straight tails, curly tails. Think about that. But they won't do that if you're watching them like a hawk, and then your teeth are gleaming and sharp. When you latch on, you never let go. Because it is In my case, it was a fight for survival. I'm Irish, and I come from New England, and I did 20 years in the military. I don't mind this, I don't mind this. It's not that bad. I kind of like it some days. Is that it?
I just have two more really quick things. First of all, the milk jug is back there if you feel moved to donate more and help save your family with their fight. So keep that in mind. The other thing is, seems really trivial after all that, but does anybody want any water keeper grains? Because I brought some. Okay, Joanne has the bag back there. Anyone who doesn't know what water keeper is, it's kind of like an alternative to soda pop. And my kids love it, believe it or not. It's good for them and they love it. Like, when does that happen? So anyway, if you want some and you want to know how to make it, you can go to my, just Google kitchen cop with a K, kitchen cop kefir soda. And you'll find the recipe as far as how to make it, what to do with that little bag of kefir grains. Just go home and put it in a glass jar and until you're ready to start making it. It's really easy and it's delicious. Okay, that's all. And so have some snacks and try some raw milk, and thanks for coming, everybody.